All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're not just talking about making AI smarter, we're talking about making it safer. Because right now, there's this silent but incredibly high stakes arms race escalating in the world of artificial intelligence. So let's dive right in. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll set the scene with AI's new battlefield. Then, we'll peek inside the attacker's playbook. After that, we'll see how the defense is striking back and talk about building a real digital fortress. We'll wrap up with a security playbook and a look at the future of this fight. The game has just completely changed. A few years back, the biggest fear was a chatbot saying something, weird or offensive. A PR problem, right? Well, today, the stakes they're infinitely higher. We've blown past just embarrassing text outputs and into this whole new territory, a threat called agentic hijacking. So, what exactly is agentic hijacking? Well, think about it like this. Imagine you have an AI assistant that can check your email, manage your calendar, even access company files. Super helpful, right? But now, picture an attacker slipping it a hidden command. And just like that, your helpful assistant becomes a malicious insider, working against you, stealing data, causing all sorts of damage from the inside. That is the core threat we're facing. Okay, let's get into our first section. So, how did we even get here? Well, the evolution from these simple chatbots to incredibly powerful AI agents that can actually control real-world tools, that's what has created this brand new battlefield. And here's the absolute crux of it. When an AI can do more than just talk, when it can actually act, run code, query a database, use an API, the consequences of an attack just skyrocket. What used to be a simple trick that caused a PR headache could now literally lead to a full-blown system compromise or a massive, massive data breach. So with the stakes this high, you can bet the attackers have gotten incredibly sophisticated. Let's pull back the curtain and take a look at the attacker's playbook, exactly how they plan on hijacking these AI systems. Okay, this is a really important distinction to grasp. On one hand, you have jailbreaking. That's all about targeting the AI's core safety rules to get it to say something it's not supposed to. But then there's prompt injection, which is way more insidious. This targets the application around the AI, trying to trick it into doing something it shouldn't. You see the difference? One's a reputational problem, the other is a full-blown security breach. The most clever attacks, they don't barge in the front door. They're more like a whisper. They use these smart, multi-turn conversations to slowly, carefully erode the AI's safety filters. This crescendo attack is the perfect example. It's kind of like that boiled frog story, right? It starts with harmless questions, then gets a little closer and a little closer, until the AI, which is just trying to be helpful, doesn't even notice it's been guided into a trap, and then boom, it executes that final harmful request. And it just goes to show how creative attackers are. Look at this. They're using social engineering with stuff like the skeleton key attack, basically tricking the AI into thinking it's a developer giving it an update. They're hiding commands in PDF files, embedding prompts right into images, even using a certain tone of voice in an audio file to bypass filters. The attack surface it's huge and incredibly varied. But here's the good news. For every clever attack, there's an even cleverer defense popping up. The security community is definitely not standing still. So let's flip the script and see how the defenders are fighting back, starting right at the model level. So the old way of defending against this stuff, it was pretty simple, really. The AI would spot a prompt that looked shady or broke its rules, and it would just say, no, sorry, I can't help with that, a simple digital wall. But now, check this out. A new strategy called ProAct is a total game changer. Instead of just putting up that wall and saying no, it plays along. It says, sure, I can do that for you. And then it straight up lies, feeding the attacker completely useless but totally safe information. And this fake compliance strategy is just devastatingly effective, especially against automated attacks. See, the attacker's algorithm gets a response that looks like a total success, so it thinks, great, job done, and it stops looking for vulnerability. This completely poisons its feedback loop, wastes all its time and resources, and get this, it's been shown to slash attack success rates by a staggering 92%. Okay, here's another really cool defense, LLM salting. Think about it. Most AI models are identical, right? It's like a monoculture. So one attack can work on millions of them. Well, salting completely shatters that. It gives every single AI instance its own unique secret little twist, kind of like its own private dialect. So an attack that works on one, it's useless against the next. It forces attackers to start over from scratch for every single target, and that makes mass attacks basically economically impossible. So having a secure model is a fantastic start, but it's not enough on its own. You've got to build layers of defense around it. You need to build a real digital fortress. And systems like Rebuff are a perfect example of this. It's like a multi-layered wall. The first layer is just simple rules, to catch the really obvious low-effort attacks. Then the second layer is another AI, a watchdog, checking for malicious intent. The third layer compares new prompts against a database of known attacks. And then there's the fourth layer, which is my personal favorite. It sneakily inserts these secret canary tokens into the data. If one of those canaries ever appears in the output, alarm bells go off, it signals a leak, and the whole thing gets shut down instantly. Now, at the enterprise level, these defenses get even more serious. Take NVIDIA's NeMo guardrails. They create these really strict rules for the AI, basically saying, you can only talk about these topics, and you can only take these actions. It's combined with a smart architectural pattern that treats AI interactions less like a free-flowing chat and more like a structured command. And that, right there, dramatically shrinks the surface for an attack. Okay, so building a fortress is one thing, but you have to constantly test its walls for cracks. So now let's look at how organizations are actively hunting for their own vulnerabilities and building a real culture of AI security. So to find weaknesses before the bad guys do, security teams use these specialized red teaming tools. A good way to think about it is like this. NVIDIA's Garrick is like a rapid-fire vulnerability scanner. It just blasts the system with thousands of known attacks to find the easy-to-spot holes. But then you have Microsoft's Pirate, which is more like a sophisticated flight simulator for attacks. It pretends to be a creative, persistent human hacker running these complex, multi-step campaigns to uncover those really deep, hidden flaws. And this isn't just about cool tech. It's really about process and culture. Frameworks, like this one from NIST, give organizations a roadmap. It's a structured four-step cycle for managing AI risk from top to bottom. You govern, you map the risks, you measure them, and then you manage them by constantly updating your defenses. It's a continuous loop. All right, that brings us to our final section. Because this battle, it's always evolving. So what's next? What's just over the horizon? Let's take a look at where this arms race is headed. I think the big takeaway here is a really fundamental shift in strategy. The goal isn't necessarily to create a perfect, unhackable model. That might be impossible. Instead, the new goal is to make attacks so expensive, so time-consuming, so ridiculously difficult to scale that it's just not worth it for the attackers. It's about winning the economic war, not just the technical one. And that's a huge philosophical shift for cybersecurity. But there's a pretty chilling new threat emerging on this frontier. It's being called the agentic worm. And here's how it works. It's a malicious prompt that can actually self-replicate. Imagine an AI agent gets an infected email. It's then tricked into forwarding that same malicious email to its entire contact list. And then each of those AI agents does the same. A single, tiny prompt injection could kick off an exponential viral infection that spreads like wildfire through a whole network of AIs. And that leaves us with a final and pretty crucial question. As these incredibly powerful, interconnected AI systems get woven deeper and deeper into our digital lives, are we actually prepared for the first AI pandemic? Are we building the digital immune system we're going to need? It's a huge question and one we all really need to be thinking about as we move forward.